Hey gorgeous, I just wanted to make you this short video and talk a little bit about the in-person retreats for Sovereign, the 12-month initiation into embodied feminine leadership. So this is a program that quite frankly has been something I've wanted to do for a while now. And obviously with given the travel restrictions and state of the world over the last 2 years, it hasn't been the right time. However, it really feels like moving into 2022 is the perfect time for this. So this is a 12-month initiation into the feminine, all things feminine, the divine feminine, the embodied feminine, bridging and merging the sexy and the spiritual, really helping you reclaim the parts of yourself that you've lost, disowned, shut down. So for a lot of women, that includes your sexiness, your sexuality, your sensuality. For a lot of you leaders, it's going to include healing the sisterhood and the mother wound. It's going to include claiming new levels of wealth, abundance, and impact. It's going to include really curating the relationship, partnership, support in your life that you deeply desire. And one thing that I think is so potent and so powerful, and I had to include in Sovereign, is in-person retreats and experiences. In order to heal the feminine, you have to be in community and you have to be witnessed by other women in their feminine and healing their feminine. And quite frankly, there's no better way to do that than in person. So there's going to be 3 events throughout our 12-month initiation together. The first retreat is going to take place on a little island off the coast of Mexico. And when I heard about this place, I knew that this was the perfect spot for our first retreat. So when the Spanish arrived in like the 1400s, it said that the only inhabitants of this island were the priestesses of the Mayan goddess. So there's actually ruins from the goddess temple there. And the reason why I chose this, the reason why I chose each one of these sacred sites is because for the modern woman, chances are you grew up with some kind of monotheistic, patriarchal, religious conditioning. And therefore, things like churches or other religious things, like they don't support you or really probably nourish you in the ways that this and these retreats are meant to. And so for the modern woman, we're really missing this connection to sacred feminine spaces and sites. And especially for those of us living in the United States, we're really missing this. So in Europe, when Christianity took hold, they converted a lot of pagan sites and a lot of temples to the goddesses or sacred earth sites, sacred feminine sites, they converted them into churches. So for a lot of people in Europe, a lot of women in Europe, you can still get this kind of connection. But for a lot of us in the Americas, in the United States, we can't. So that's one of the main reasons why we are going and traveling to these divinely feminine sacred sites through our year together. So the first one is this island that was inhabited by priestesses, where we're going to be doing a lot with like the underworld, the death and rebirth cycle. It's going to be so magical. Our second retreat is going to take place around in like the space around and at the Mary Magdalene Cave in southern France. Now this has been such a desire of mine for a very long time to take, in a sense, a pilgrimage to this cave, as I've distanced myself from my Catholic upbringing and really deconditioned a lot of religious stuff within myself, within my belief system. Mary Magdalene has really been this touchstone for me because she, again, I grew up learning that she was a prostitute and dirty and bad and sinful and something you never wanted to be. And then the more I learned as an adult and the more I learned through reclaiming my own feminine is that Mary Magdalene was a teacher in her own right. She was the equal, more than likely the partner, and I believe the wife of Jesus. And she embodies this like fully divine and fully human as a woman. And so I am so excited to not only have this 12-month journey with you, but for us all to go to the Mary Magdalene Cave in southern France. Then the third retreat, we're going to be going to Greece, and we're going to be visiting a variety of different goddess temples and divinely feminine sacred sites. And this is going to be like the culmination, the crowning, the coronation for you in Sovereign, because as we journey through this 12-month initiation, what better way to end it than in the beauty that is Greece, connected to a variety of different goddess temples. And so let's be real. The last 2 years have been rough, and quite frankly, not being able to travel has really been a challenge for me, and I know for you as well. And so that's why I'm so excited to host these retreats. Now, of course, if there are travel restrictions or anything, we will, change accordingly. But there's so much within Sovereign, within this 12-month experience, this initiation together. It's going to be a very small and intimate group. There's only going to be 10 women max, and myself. We'll be connected daily through Voxer. We have 3 calls a month, one of which is a deep and profound feminine initiation and rituals. And then we'll have like Q&A and coaching calls. And it's really about you being initiated in your own leadership and transmission and work and truth and power. So for me, quite frankly, I really resonate with the priestess path. That archetype really resonates, aligns with me. And while I designed this program, this container, kind of with this idea of a priestess initiation in mind, it was also very clear to me that whoever comes into this space, it's not about you leaving with a specific title or a specific certification or a specific like guru status. It's about using the feminine to awaken your power, your transmission, your truth, your path. So you might end our 12-month initiation and decide you want to create your own mystery school or priestess path, or you might really resonate with the title of being a shaman or a healer or a teacher. It doesn't matter, because again, it's about you coming back home to you. It's about using the feminine principles and arts. It's about reclaiming the shadow of our feminine that we have been shown, told, taught to disown, to dissociate from, to step into the most authentic, unapologetic, and powerful version of yourself. So I would love it if you joined me and the other women in Sovereign. The link is in the description, or you can go to themagneticwoman.com/sovereign for the invitation page. I'm not even calling it a sales page, because this program, I don't need to sell. It's a sacred invitation. And if you feel the pull, if you hear the call, then you know you're meant to be here. The investment for the program is going up on December 15th. And if you have any questions at all, or you're not sure if it's right for you, just shoot me a message on social media. All right, I'll see you soon.